My friends, how's it been going with leaving room in your process? If you haven't watched the last video where I talk about leaving room for the unexpected, then go watch that. There's probably a link here, or maybe it's over. Maybe it's here. Anyway, if the first thing you're doing is noticing the desire for more room for the unexpected, then already that's good news. The desire to have more room means that it's already on its way. And the question I want to ask you today is, are you allowing enough room in your life for the creativity that you desire? And if the answer is no, at least you're acknowledging that you desire more room. It's like you're getting ready to get ready. It's you're being willing to be willing. It's all good news. But there's a short story. It's kind of a classic one. I first heard it in Stephen R. Covey's book, First Things First. The story goes something like this. Picture a teacher standing at the front of a classroom, and this teacher has a wide-mouthed gallon jar. And next to the jar, she sets some large river rocks. And she asks the students, how many of these large river rocks do you think are going to fit in the jar? The students guess, and then she says, okay, let's find out, and proceeds to put the rocks one at a time into the jar. And let's say it's 8 rocks. So she gets the 8 rocks in the jar, and she then asks the class, so is the jar full? And the class says, yeah, looks pretty full. So then from under her desk, she pulls out another tray that has pebbles. She pours the pebbles into the jar all the way to the top. And she asks the students, now is the jar full? And they're starting to catch on. And they go, no, probably not. And so she pulls out a bucket of sand from behind the desk and starts to shake the sand gently into the jar. And it falls down into the crevices. And of course, she again asks her students, is the jar full? By now they're hip to it and they all yell no. She grabs a pitcher of water from below her desk and starts pouring it into the jar. And she fills it all the way to the top. Then she asks her students, so what's the point of this experiment? And one of the students raises their hand and says, the point is, if there's room, even if there's just little gaps, you can always fit more in. She's one of these really supportive, accepting type teachers. So she says, yeah, that's a good point, but that's not the point I wanted to make. The point I wanted to make is if we didn't put the large rocks in first, we never would have gotten them in at all. And that's such a great image, isn't it? For making sure that we set up the conditions for our lives that allow for the big rocks, that allow for the important things to get in there first before the pebbles and the sand and the water all crowd it so full that there's no room for the thing that we actually want. And you know, today I'm talking about creativity. I'm talking about song making. So how do you do this? I'll just throw some ideas at you. You know the best answer because you're going to leave room for your intuition as soon as you finish watching this video, right? Don't make me play the turtle ocarina again. Nobody wants that. So some ideas. Instead of reading the news on your phone today, you could check out a music blog and find some new artist that's going to inspire you. You could put a sticky note on your desk to remind you to sing. Bold idea here. You could put a line item in your budget for next month to take a class or get a book or do the next thing that's going to inspire you and excite you and help you grow a little bit. You could put a small journal in your bag or your purse or your pocket to carry with you all day and just capture little bits of dialogue that you hear that could be song lyrics. You could invite a friend to go with you to an open mic night next week or next month. Of course, you could join us for a workshop at Golden Lotus Studio or join the Friday Afternoon Songwriting Club. It's all about creating the space for creativity. Or you could just take a moment with me right now and take a deep breath and imagine how good it will feel to release your next song, your next EP, your next album. Yeah, feel that accomplishment. Feel that sense of meaning, of purpose, when you get to have your art connect with the right audience who can receive it and appreciate it and be changed by it. My friend, how do we make this creative life? How does it manifest? One rock at a time. As Allen Ginsberg would say, with you in Rockland, I'm Gary for Golden Lotus Studio. You personally are invited to join me at the Friday Afternoon Songwriting Club or any of our workshops or courses. And more than that, I just hope you'll subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying this content and add a comment below with how it goes for you, how the space for creativity is showing up in your life. I'd really love to know. I dare you to go make the space right now.